and welcome to another exciting episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Nkem Agonwa. On today's episode, we are at a farm in Ebonyi State called Hallelujah Farm, and we would be meeting the brains behind this farm, the Hallelujah Farmers. They are three young men who met each other during the NYSC service year. They individually took advantage of the SAED in-camp training on agro-allied and consolidated their expertise and resources to establish the Hallelujah Farm. Despite the many challenges they encountered along the way, they remained focused and determined in the true spirit of the NYSC. Today, they run a thriving farm of fishery and poultry and are trainers of hundreds of core members in the state. Let us meet them.
Hello dear viewers at home, my name is Edo Hilary and with me are my colleagues. Olusegun Samson from Osun State, Austin from Delta State, Chooks from River State, Peter Ayobami from Osun State. We are here to serve our father's land in Ebonyi State. At the course of our NYSC orientation program at the camp, we were given a mandate to choose a skill acquisition of our choice, of which we picked Agro-Ally 1. And here we are doing our post-camp training, which we have chosen to learn the skill in fishery. So this is Hallelujah Farm. You are welcome.
My name is Michael Redemi. I'm from Delta State, Okwe local government to be precise, from Ugwoton in Delta State. I schooled in the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. I studied accounting. I graduated 2015 and my service was actually for 2017. I was mobilized 2017 to serve and I was posted to Ebonyi State to serve in Ebonyi State.
My name is Lamide Lukman Ayomide Adio. I'm from Oyo State, precisely Awe Town. I study business administration from North American University, Udegbe. I was actually posted to Cross River State 2015, Batch B.
My name is Odeyemi Olushola from Ondo State, Osai local government to be precise. I'm presently a farmer at Hallelujah Farm and Agro Services. I got this opportunity while I was also a core member at Cross River State.
During my camping period, we never knew that we are going to have anything like skill acquisition. So when we entered into camp, we did so many activities like the man o' war. We had SAED program, skill acquisition, where people are, core members are being trained on different skills. We have the agriculture, cosmetology, ICT. Fortunately enough, I was actually under ICT. I did my SAED under ICT because I wanted to do computer repairs, maintenance. I did it during the camping period, my ICT. But after our SAED program, we were now posted to our place of primary assignment. I was now posted to Redeemers International School, Abakaliki, to teach economics and accounts. So I taught economics and accounts during my service here. While I was doing my service, I was now waiting to actually enroll myself in that ICT, which I did in the camp. But something came up one day. We had a sporting activities like a football match, and I met one young man. He was not telling me he's working at a fish farm, he's the head of a fish unit in the person of Mr. Lamidi Lukman. So when he told me, we were playing the ball in my place of primary assignment. That was Redeemers International School because we had a few there. He saw a pond there and asked me, what is the pond being used for? I told him the pond is not being used. The school doesn't make use of a pond because the pond is leaking. Now, sir, since he's into fishing, fish farming, he can actually put me through and I can start making use of the fish pond. I said, okay, that will not be a big problem. He said, okay, I should when I get this amount of money for my feed and the fish, I should just take care of the pond. I will continue that. So that's how the journey into fish farming started, just like that when I was serving. So while I was doing it, it was so fun. You come in the morning, you take care of your fishes, you feed them, you see them, the joy in the fishes when you are feeding them, when they are eating. You'll be feeling, wow. And while you are feeding them, though they are eating your money, but you'll be seeing the growth. The thing actually, I was just feeling, oh wow, this is a very good thing. After 3 months, 4, 5 months, it now got to a time where, man, my Alawi could not take care of the feeding again. I now called Mr. Lamidi Lukman, which is now actually my partner now in the business. He told me, since you cannot feed them again, the best thing is to go into smoking. Just smoke them and sell to consumers. Those that are big, you sort them out and you sell. I said, okay, if that's be the case. While I was ending my service 2017 December, I now sold part of them, smoked some and sold some at a very good price. When I was finishing my service, I was just happy. I said, wow. So because of this opportunity, you could believe I didn't even know how much that I collected as the last 2 Alawi I was being paid. Reason was that the money I got from the fish business was a little reasonable. That I didn't know the 19.8 and the 19.8. I didn't even know that this is the amount. I can't categorically say it was this amount that NYSC paid me as the last Alawi I collected, because the money I got in the fish business. So that's now got into me. I say, okay, if this is like this and it's something I can actually go into, why don't I just take time, learn it? And before you know, I came in contact with another person called Mr. Shola. 3 of us now started sitting together, we discussed, and that gave birth to Hallelujah Farms that you are seeing today. The Hallelujah Farms that we can actually train core members. NYSC can actually call us to the camp to say, okay, come and actually give the knowledge you actually use in making money for yourself to the core members, and let them know that you were actually a core member who served in the same state. So that's how Hallelujah Farm came into being 2018, August, precisely August 1st, 2018.
While I was in Cross River State, I was thinking about my life, because this is my story. It's always very interesting for everybody that wants to learn, and for every youth that wants to learn, because I realized that I'm a kind of person that doesn't really like a boss of a thing. Come and sit down here, stand up, this and that. But fortunately for me, I was opportune one day. I was coming from church and I met our mentor. I was just moving and I was coming from church. Maybe I was just discussing with my people. We were now speaking Yoruba in a land that we did not know, Cross River State, as a core member. He now told us, are you guys Yoruba? We said yes. He said he is from Ekiti. Me, I said, I'm from Ondo State. Fortunately for me, I asked him that, sir, what are you doing in this kind of place that is very far? He said, it's work. I said, what work do you do? He said he is a fish farmer. I said, what kind of fish farmer? He said, catfish farming, fingerlings production, juveniles production, table size production. I said, is it that catfish that even me, myself, I can't eat it? But fortunately for me, after I've met him, I was able to realize that there is more to this life, because I've always been wanting to get this opportunity. As at 2015, April, I was telling myself and my colleague, Mr. Ayomide Lamidi, say, guy, what is our next plan? We are about to finish our service here around July, and this is April. Guy, let's go back to Lagos. Take me to Cotonou, let me be selling clothes. Or if possible, I work in an hotel. He now told me, okay, if that is the best plan, no problem. But as far as I'm concerned, I was able to meet Mr. Tosin while he was in Cross River State. He taught me how to hatch fish, how to produce fingerlings, juveniles, table size, smokable size. And after that, as if that was not enough, as a core member, as a graduate, I was with my certificate, but as at that time, I was washing pond. I left my certificate. I had to pull all those ones aside because he told me one thing. I remember one thing that he said, that see, production is one of the major things in life. And being a boss of yourself is the best thing for a young man or for any person in this world. And I looked at myself as a youth. How can I also impact the life of others in farming business, which Nigeria itself we later come to understand and come to work into. That was how it got started. In year 2015, we were a trainee. We didn't know each other from camp, but we met in the same community as our PPA. He was posted to Community Secondary School, Itigidi. I was posted to Water Corporation, the same Itigidi. But we have a family house that every core members that is being posted to that community actually gathered. So that was how we get to know each other from the family house. There was a day I was going to my home because I'm not staying in the corpus lot. I actually get an apartment outside. So I must surely pass through the community secondary school before going to my house. And that is where Mr. Shola Odeyemi is staying. So sometimes our movement goes together. When I'm going, he wants to leave. So that is how we became friends, from family house to our lodge. So from there, our interaction get close. We now started having good relationship. So after the line, along the line, we were now asking ourselves, what are we going to be doing after NYSC? We need to acquire a skill. He now said, he met somebody called Mr. Tosin, which is our mentor. And the man told him that he's into this, he's into that, he's into this. And since SAED in the camp have already give us assurance that we can learn any skill outside the camp, why can't we go for this particular area? I was like, I study business administration. How do you expect a business administration student to now go back to fish farming, poultry farming? How will I cope? Because he studied zoology, somehow related to animal something. And I was a novice. I didn't know anything. So he told me that I should not worry, that in as much as everything we are doing will be on practical, that I will easily grab it. I was like, okay, let's go. So on getting to the place, the man asked us, do we want to go for training? We said yes. He said, okay, no problem. He took us around the farm. We were 4 that was interested in that training. But before we took that decision, it's already getting late. We are about rounding up our NYSC. We have just few months left, like let me say a month and some weeks. And the man was telling us that before we can be a professional in this field, we have to stay up to a year or 8 months. We are like, we have just few months left and you are telling us to stay a year and some months. How is that possible? He said that is how it's going to be, unless if we did not know, if we do not want to learn more about the business, maybe we just want to come and be doing sightseeing and we'll go back. I was like, okay, let's see how it goes. Let's just start this one first. Maybe it's something I will later develop interest along the line. If I develop interest, I can now decide that, okay, I want to sacrifice the 1 year or the 6 months that you are asking us to stay back. So along the line, we kickstart the training. We are 4 in numbers that were actually going there to learn the skill. When we are about leaving, when we finish our service year, some of us were like, thank God I'm done. We are going back to Lagos. We can't come back to Cross River and start learning all these skills. It's far. So me and him have the same motive. We have the same vision. We have the same passion. After the service year, we traveled back to Lagos, the 4 of us. So, but our mentor then was telling us that the farm is still open for us if at all we want to come back, that he cannot force us to stay since we are already done with our service year, that we can go. But if we decide to come back and learn the skill, it's left for us. So our mindset is, I will get better things to do in Lagos now. Why will I come back again? I never knew the labor market there is not very easy for even the people that has already graduated before us. Talk more of we going to join them. I was believing that, is it not Lagos? Before I move to Ojuelegba to Lagos Island, I will get something that will be selling and things will be working out for me. But unfortunately, when all of us get to Lagos, actually, he is not staying in Lagos. He based in Ibadan. I based in Lagos. But we are having different and the same challenge. Like, he will call me, guy, what is going on? For the past 3 days, I have not even seen anything comes into my account. Me too, I will tell him, I have not seen anything coming into my account. Is this how we are going to continue staying in Lagos without doing anything? We've looked for job and we've not seen job. What is the impression of me staying? And my dad told me, don't worry. Is it for you to go back to Cross River? I won't allow you. If it is 500, I will be giving you every day till you get job.
that you will be eating. In as much as you are in my comfort zone, nothing will happen to you. But do you know what now pushed me out of my comfort zone? Which I called him and I told him, guy, we can't stay in this town. Let's move out. My dad gave me the 500 for like 3 weeks. He now called me that, Lukman, because he used to call me with my native name. Lukman, 500 láti on the Kinito ti dé láti camp till present moment. How much is it? I was like, Daddy, are you still calculating the 500 that you are giving me? He said, if he did not calculate it, I will not be serious. That I will think that is how it's easy for me to be getting money without buckling up to get what I will be doing. So that word touched me. I was like, So you are telling me now that you are tired of feeding me in the house. So I now told him, please, sir, do you know what you will do for me? I need just 10,000 naira. He said, what will I use it for? I said, don't worry, just give me 10,000 naira. I now called other people. I told him, Shola Alpha, what is going on? What is your plan? Me, I want to go back to Cross River to go and continue this work. He said, do you know we are still under training? And when we get there, they are not going to pay us. So that is another suffer too. And your parents are not there to be giving you food. Yeah, at least they are giving us food. They are telling us stories. They are giving us insults. Let's bear it too. I told him, no, we have to go back. Because I know we have to achieve a greater thing in that land, which we have not accomplished. So let's go back to that land and do something for ourselves. He said, are you sure why? I said, yes. He said, are you sure? He said, okay, when are we leaving? I told him, anytime you are ready, me, I'm ready. He said, okay, let him plan how to get money. So when he get his own transport, we now called each other. How far, when are you leaving? He said, I got my transport, we'll be leaving on Monday. I said, okay, it's fine by me. Me, I already have my transport. I'm just waiting for someone that will push me. And I know we have the same vision, we have the same spirit. So since you are in it, I'm also in it. So we now moved. He left Ibadan, I left Lagos. That same day, we called our boss. We are on our way coming back. We said, we've decided so soon. We said, yes, we want to come back and learn the work. So the other 4 people also said they are coming, which they later came. They joined us. So we are now 4 going for the training.
I learned very well. I was able to learn how to produce. But after that, I had to look at it that it's still a boss of a team. I need to still move forward. I was able to get the opportunity. And another thing I appreciate in the work I'm doing in fish farming business is that it will help you to meet different type of people. It will help you to meet big people. I was opportune to work in a farm in Cross River State. As at that time, Mr. Lamidi was my friend. He had already left Cross River State. He was in Ebonyi State. At one point in time, I later planned on leaving Cross River State. That was when I called Mr. Lamidi. That's what is the next plan. He was now the one that called me that I should be coming to Ebonyi State to come and start up Hallelujah Farms and Nago Services.
I called Mr. Shola Odeyemi from Cross River. Then he was still in Cross River State. That can you come down to Ebonyi? In as much as you have the mindset of resigning, I also have the mindset of resigning. And I've already surveyed, which I consult for people even when I was still working there. I know the farms that are having problem. I know the farms that are having issue. I know the farms that they are not even ready to make use of the farm again, but the facilities are there. Why can't we work up on these people and tell them if they can lease the place for us and let's start something from there? We don't have to buy anything again. They have all the facilities just for us to rent the place and start up something. He said, okay, no problem. Then he moved down. He resigned from the place and moved down to Abakaliki. I also resigned from my place and walk up to this place that we had that we called Hallelujah Farm and Agro Services. It's not owned by us. It's actually a rented apartment. But the owner of the place was not using it again. So the man said, since he knows me from the beginning, that how much do we want to be paying? We told him how much we have he said, okay, no problem, that we should go and start using the place, because then this place was a very bushy place. Nobody even come to this place at all. We are the only one that was here from 2017 till date.
Hallelujah Farms that you are seeing now is not just 1 year. It's been struggle, just like an entrepreneur that is just starting. It's not very funny. We celebrated 4 years, August 1st this year. Though we know it's not been easy, but we thank God for where we are today. We are into fish farming, not just fish farming. We are into poultry. If you look at this side of our poultry farm, the place was demolished. It was actually demolished. If you look at this fence, all thanks to the government of this state. Basically, 2 years ago or 3 years ago, if you come to this farm during rainy season, oh, you will actually pity for us. We have some videos where we were actually inside water trying to save some of the fishes we could save. Inside water, because this is a very big drainage here. We didn't even know that the water was coming like this. So anytime it's raining season, the farm will be so flooded that all these ponds will be covered. You won't see anything. The only thing you'll be seeing is maybe the hop of the tap. You won't see anything. The flood will cover everything. But we could not do anything. And when the government of the state got the World Bank project to take care of the drainage, they demolished the poultry house. They had to demolish the old poultry house. Though we know, yes, it affected us. All the ponds that were here were taken care of. We're taking away. We had concrete ponds for about 10 to 15 concrete ponds in the farm. Everything went because they had to make a way that their tractors will pass. So we had to resort into buying. We started with buying tarpaulin ponds, and that's how we were able to come back to where we actually are. But the poultry aspect, we can't make use of this side of our poultry again, because in constructing the poultry part is going to take us so much money, and we have not gotten to that point where we are going to spend so much money for the poultry aspect. So these are actually the things we do in Hallelujah Farms. We train core members. We actually did World Bank project in one of the fish farm in Cross River State. We trained World Bank students on fish farming, and we actually passed knowledge. The little knowledge we were able to get from one of our mentors then, we actually used it to help ourselves, and we are using it to better the lives of the youths outside.
In the aspect of national integration and NYSC as a body, truth be told, NYSC has been the best opportunity for somebody like me, because while I was still in my southwest, the only state I've ever been to is just Ondo, Ogun, Osun, Osogbo, and that's all. But NYSC, so far so good, have helped me to travel from my comfort zone and to travel, to leave my comfort zone, to leave my southwest and dwell and work, live in other states. And it was through NYSC that I've been able to meet good people, like the team I'm working with now. We have been together for the past 4 years, and thanks to God, God has always been helping us. And another thing the national integration has ever done for us is that it helps us to unite and meet other bodies. For example, I've not been to North, but I was able to meet an Hausa man. I've not been to East, but I was able to meet a South and an Igbo man. But if not for the national integration through NYSC body, we won't be able to touch that. And the best thing that has always been bringing us together is NYSC camp. Because when we see ourselves, we put on the white, everybody turns family. The last camp we went to that we SAED just finished, I saw some guys, they never knew each other before. But when you see the way they relate more than the family. Me and Mr. Ayomi, Mr. Lamidi, me and Mr. Michael, we are from separate states. We don't know each other. But we are able to learn from each other.
I want to thank everybody, the NYSC and the federal government, for the great opportunity they've given us to showcase ourselves and to impart knowledge to other generation that is coming behind us.
I am in total and complete awe by the industry and resilience of Michael, Lamidi, and Olushola. They grew the farm from the ground up. Flood came and washed away their ponds and poultry, but they did not give up. If you are moved by their story and have a desire to partner with them to move their farm to industry level, you can always write to us and we would help facilitate that. We would be right back. On the news today, campaign against cancer. President Buhari calls on corps members to sensitize Nigerians. President Muhammadu Buhari has called on corps members to sensitize Nigerians on the dangers of cancer and the need to adhere to preventive measures that could effectively check the spread of the disease. Speaking through his special advisor on media and publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, during a one-day consultation seminar on Am Your Youth campaign organized by OCI Foundation in conjunction with the National Youth Service Corps, the president said that a significant percentage of the national budget was set aside to fight cancer. Corps member donate 40 wheelchairs to physically challenged. Corps member Madugu Panam Amos has donated 40 wheelchairs to some physically challenged persons in Uke community in Karishi local government area of Nasarawa state. The donor stated that his passion to assist the less privileged made him partner with a just-based non-governmental organization, Beautiful Gates, which produces and gives out wheelchairs free to physically challenged persons. The NYSC Nasarawa State Coordinator, Abdullahi Ahmed Jikamshi, while inaugurating the wheelchairs, commended the corps member for his gesture of ameliorating the sufferings of the beneficiaries. He said the NYSC Community Development Service Program was specially designed to take the scheme's contribution to and also improve the living standards of members of the public, especially at the grassroots. Thank you for spending your time with us on today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. We would love to hear from you. Please write to us on the online handles displayed on your screens right now, and we would write back. Remember, the safety of corps members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. Until I see you next time, I am Nkem Agoa. Stay safe.